it's our pleasure to be here. I'm Seth Knopf, a lucky student of Leonard Shure's, and actually after that a lucky student of Leonard Fleisher, with whom I'm sitting and here discussing in celebration of Leonard Shure a little bit about the man and the musician. We wish we were in New York with all of you, and Teddy asked us to speak a little bit about our experiences. So I'll start off just briefly and then ask Leon to speak a little bit about Leonard Shure. Well, I know most of the stories about him will be serious, perhaps, but I have to just tell a couple of small anecdotes, one of which I think I just told Leon for the first time last night. It was my great fortune, actually, and some of my most wonderful lessons with Mr. Shure were on Nantucket Island, where I spent 3 summers living with his family, planting things that the deer would eat the next morning for Judy, and accompanying him on his surf casting adventures. I'm sure somebody has said, at this event, that he was actually a fantastic surf caster and prided himself on that.
Did he have the great hip boots? All of
hip
that?
Boots and the outfit that went up,
Really?
full body up, and he'd wade out there and absolutely fearless, yeah. And of course, I was afraid I would hook him if I tried it.
What did he wear on his head, if anything?
I think he wore a cap sometimes, just a cap. I thought he looked cute.
Good.
Out there, I thought he looked cute. But I remember that there's a very famous word from the movies, which is juicy fruit. Those of you who have seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest remember the supposedly mute Indian saying at the end of the movie, juicy fruit to you. Right? So I have one word that sums up when I think of Mr. Shure, which is a surprising word perhaps, but it was not the why that he would ask his students when they would play a phrase, and he would ask them, why are you doing what you're doing? Yeah. But he used to actually hide, and Judy, I'm sorry, but he would hide his cigarettes in my bedroom in a drawer. And one morning, very early, I think it was 2 a.m., I hear the word menthol. I had gotten him menthol cigarettes accidentally. That word sticks in me. So, and I remember he used to drive like a devil on some of the nude beaches in Nantucket Island, pretending not to look, but spraying sand everywhere. And of course, the lessons during those summers were wonderful. He would come in and work with me for 20 minutes at a time. Oh. And they were really wonderful. And it seemed to me that he was happiest there, happier teaching there than in the conservatory setting.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be? But it was wonderful to be able to get those snapshots of musical insight from him. Yeah. And of course, everything he said was so loaded with meaning, and there was so much thought that one could do as a result of his teaching, that it actually was very healthy. I could go away and think about it till the next day.
Isn't that interesting? In other words, you were not overloaded with material.
Not overloaded.
Yeah.
And
I remember with Schnabel, that was my time with Schnabel, which was from, 38, 39 to 48, 49. They didn't have reproducing machines. They didn't have tape recorders.
Yes.
And his lessons were 2.5, 3 hours long. And you had to retain it.
To digest and retain at the
moment.
moment.
It was an enormous amount of information. We would stagger out of the studio with him, just like drunks, overloaded with information. And he would chuckle at us. how assiduously we would be writing down his words and remind us, you know, if you played the piece for me, I might say just the opposite. So it really made us feel like fools, you know, to try. So this idea of Leonard's kind of the small segment letting you absorb is a remarkable idea. I have to examine it. It's the first time I hear of it.
It was quite wonderful.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, you've had that experience. I never studied with him. I might have had one lesson during a summertime when Schnabel used to assign me to different peoples when he was gone, either in England or on vacation, and he didn't want me to spend the whole summer. I might have played once for Leonard. But my most immediate and powerful and wonderful experience with him was at the 100th anniversary concert of Schnabel's birth. Larry Lesser, the head of the New England Conservatory, was sweet enough to give me the orchestra of the conservatory and said, do what you will, do what you want, make the program as you want. And I asked Leonard if he would play. I asked Claude Frank to play on that program, and Claude played C minor Mozart concerto. Leonard played Beethoven 5. I conducted the duodecimate of Schnabel. Right. And I think I might have started with an overture. I don't remember.